Roam Africa Conservation works across southern and eastern Africa to reconnect habitats and empower local communities to protect their natural heritage.
The first time I went on a safari in Africa, it changed my life forever.
I'm looking at elephants free. They're not in a zoo. They can go wherever they want and they can live their life. And there was a baby and it hits me. I have to do something to keep it like this.
Founded by wildlife photographer Xtina Parks, Roam collaborates with private and public partners in service to the African ecosystem and the well-being of the people and the wildlife who rely on it.
I started out as a photographer in Africa. Over time, I started learning about conservation.
He's got the weight tip on it too.
Yep.
All right.
On the 21st.
In 2015, Xtina led an expedition to survey predator populations in the highlands of Ethiopia. She discovered that the project was only possible with the help of the people living and working in the rainforest.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Xtina began to gather a team of conservationists, biologists, logistics experts, and filmmakers who share her commitment to conservation and philanthropy. They worked with schools and communities to foster the next generation of conservation leaders. They learned how indigenous knowledge is finding solutions to ecological and economic problems. They began a long-term camera trap survey to guide wildlife management in the Tuli Block of Botswana. The Tuli Block has a rich ecological diversity and is key to the safe migration of endangered species across human borders.
So we're on the Limpopo River and, this side's Botswana and the other side's South Africa. This is where I'm trying to focus some energy and turn this into a protected habitat corridor, a swath of free area for animals to roam. People could come on safari and it would increase jobs in this area where jobs are very, very difficult to find.
Gradually, a larger vision began to emerge, a connected Africa where people and wildlife live in balance, where restored landscapes sustain thriving ecosystems, and communities become champions and beneficiaries of conservation. Roam Africa Conservation was founded in 2025 and immediately undertook its first conservation effort in cooperation with the Endangered Wildlife Trust and the Botswana Wildlife Department, relocating endangered African painted wolves from the Tuli Block into the Kalahari. Roam Africa Conservation makes three principal commitments: community, investing in sustainable rural economies and social infrastructure, supporting the well-being of people and resolving human-wildlife conflict. Conservation, understanding, protecting, and regenerating wildlife populations and habitats through scientific research, population monitoring, land stewardship, and translocation logistics. Connectivity, linking fragmented habitats so animals can safely migrate to access critical resources and facilitating conversations that maximize our collective impact. By sharing its story, Rome will inspire broader engagement in African conservation and advocate for effective environmental policy. Rome Africa Conservation is committed to ethical and transparent practices and seeks to maximize the impact of every dollar through strong partnerships and measurable outcomes.
Conservation can't exist in isolation. It must be built with the people who are part of the landscape itself.
Rome is uniting conservation and opportunity for a movement rooted in hope, shared purpose, and a deep respect for people and nature.